Okay, we're dealing with using those molar mass numbers that we learned on Friday, right? On Friday we learned that we could take a compound like this, and if I simply added 3 carbons, well, actually, sorry, in this case it'd be 6 carbons, 10 hydrogens, and 1 sulfur, it gives me the molar mass of this allyl sulfide. Right? We simply just add the pieces together. But now I want to take that number, that molar mass number, and I want to use it in a conversion, just like we've done all these other times. So I'm given a mole, a number of moles, right? 2.50 moles of this allyl sulfide. And I want to know what is the mass of it. Let me pause. When I ask for mass, what units am I looking for? Grams. Please, you must understand that that's what that means. I won't necessarily say how many grams of. Well, they'll say what is the mass. And you have to be comfortable mass means grams. Okay? So we do this the same way we've done all of our other stoichiometry problems. We use our skeleton, right? So I start with 2.50 moles of my allyl sulfide, and it's C3H52 and an S. And I want to get to what? What units am I trying to get to? I want to get to grams, right? I'm in moles to start with. I want to get to grams. So therefore, grams go on top and moles go on bottom. Because remember, whatever is here always goes down there, right? And we know that if I add up carbon and hydrogen and sulfur, I'll have the mass in grams of 1 mole of this compound. Does that make sense? So let's add them up. What's the molar mass of carbon? And again, just use the back of your book and your PT. And all the numbers. Don't round. The full numbers. So carbon is what? Does anyone know? Close. That's not nitrogen. There you go. 12.011. But I'm going to multiply it times. Well, it looks like 3, but there's a 2 there. So it'll be 3 times 2. So that number times 6. Okay, hydrogen has a mass of 1.008. And I'm multiplying it by how many? 10. By 10. Good. And sulfur has a mass of 32.066, and I'm multiplying it by just 1, right? Cool. So 32.066. Does somebody got some of these other numbers for me? Quick that we can plug in. 12.011 times 6 and 1.008 times 10. So this will be 10.08. Look how good I can do math. How much? Sounds good. Again, not that I don't trust David, but is that what someone else got? Same thing? Okay, good, thank you. And what do I do with these guys then? I simply add them together. And so what do I get as my total? Looks like 112 and change. That would be 14, yes. Point what? 212. And that's grams per mole. Are we good? I simply took the molar mass of each element in the compound and added them together. This is what we learned on Friday. If that's a little bit sketchy for you, check out the video. It's like literally 5 minutes from Friday. Okay? So what do I put where in this skeleton? What do you think? 1 for the mole and 114.212. Because again, that's telling you how many grams are in 1 mole of something. And then we simply just multiply, right? 2.5 times 14.212. So my answer, when it says, what is the mass? Somebody got it for me? 30, sorry? 114 times 2.5 wouldn't be 35. Okay, I was going to say. How much? 285.53. And again, I would not round. You want to put all of the numbers in. What are my units? Anyone? Grams, because it's mass, right? Now, by the way, if you look on page 336, this is actually example problem number 7. Do you see how they got 286? Like they rounded? I don't want you to round. I want you to use all the numbers you're given. Sir? It'll only be once we're actually putting a bunch of things together. But for this, now truthfully, David, I'm going to contradict myself now. Here is where I don't want you to round. But now I'm multiplying it by this, so therefore I am going to take the least number of significant digits. So that's my apologies. I'm telling you the wrong piece. So 285.53, we should round it to 3 significant digits. So therefore, what should be my answer? 286 grams. Which, what do you know? That is what the textbook had written. So here I'm talking bad about the textbook, and then I just do the same thing. I do want you to round. It's just not when you actually put this number together. For your molar mass number, I don't want you to round it. Right. Right. And it's always the least, because I only started with this number, right? The 2.50. Does that make sense? No, I done messed everybody up, Abby. I apologize.
So you rounded to this.
Significant figures. Yep, whatever's your smallest. Okay, let's do one more. Are you comfortable? This is going from moles to mass, right? We started with moles, and we're going into mass. We can do the exact same thing, but go from mass to moles. So I've got this compound, calcium hydroxide. I've got 325 grams of it, and I want to know how many moles do I have. So 325 grams calcium hydroxide, CaOH. Is that balanced? What charge does calcium have? 2 plus? How about hydroxide? 1 minus. So is that balanced? No, I got to do this, right? Okay. So, what units are going to go up top here? What am I trying to get to? Moles. I want moles. What am I trying to go from? Grams, mass. Good. Okay. Can I look on the periodic table and find the molar mass for calcium hydroxide? No. I got to add up the pieces, right? Yeah, well done. So, how many calciums do I got? Just 1. And calcium has a molar mass of 40.078 times 1. 40.078. How about oxygen? That has a molar mass of 15.999. I'm going to multiply it by how many? By 2. And then hydrogen is again 1.008. I'm going to multiply it by 2. Someone got those numbers quick for me? Well, I guess that would be 29.998. And that would be 2.016. And you add them together, and what would be our total number here? $71 and change? $72 and change? Again, not using textbook because they round it. 72.092. Okay, and again, that's grams per mole. So what number goes where in my skeleton? Good, because the number you find always goes with grams. 72.092. And what goes for the moles? 1 mole. So in this case, I take 325, and what do? I divide by 72.092. So someone pop me an answer here. Sorry? 4. Give me the whole number. 4.5. Okay, that's good. And again, I don't round my blue number, right? This number here I did not round, but my answer I do, because I started with only 3 significant digits, so I round it to 3, so it becomes 4.51, because that 8 tells the 0 to go up. And what's my units? Not grams. Moles. Good. Does that make sense, my friends? So we're basically using another conversion here, but in this time we're going from moles and grams of a compound. Before we did the exact same conversion, it was just using single elements. Make sense? Sir?
So you would multiply and then divide.
Sure, right, exactly. This is absolutely correct. Here we multiply and then we divide the top and bottom. You're correct. Because very shortly we're going to start making multiple, we're going to have 3, even 4 pieces here. And you just multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms, divide the 2 answers. Make sense, my friends? Okay, I'm sure you can tell where I want you to go here. On page 336 to 337, I would love for you to do 37 to 41. And you've got 15 minutes that you can knock most of this out right here. One sec.